Hi everyone, and welcome back to another Bork No Game video. Today's video is dedicated to Endless Truth, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. Now, as far as this adventure mode goes, I think Selena is the MVP, so make sure to use her and pretty much raise her as soon as possible. If you have her in 6-star, you're going to do really well for this event. Imo, Eileen, and Charlotte aren't that necessary. Charlotte is pretty cool with her mechanics. You'll see a couple of things as we're going through the video. And let's go ahead and go into this Nightmare Exchange. So one of the biggest things is Rule 3. The rewards discounts change at 0-100 daily. Their prices will be reduced by more than 50% one day during the event, so please pay attention to their changes. So these things will go on different sales. One of the things that you should buy almost immediately is going to be the select tickets. So let's go ahead and buy those. Oh, nice. So make sure to buy that ASAP. Is able to buy all of them? Nice. All right. So the next thing is going to be this. So credits out go to the Reddit person who posted this or whoever created this Google spreadsheet. But the way this works is that essentially Astaroth, who is now going to be Selena for global, lowest price is Charlotte's reduction is times 100. Essentially, these are a bunch of different clues to tell you like, hey, this is when things are going to go on sale. Notable ones: boots chests go on sale on day 6 and 9. Armor chests will go on sale tomorrow. The broken destiny prisms will have its lowest price on day 8. The rest of it is like, hey, like this is a hint. This is here. Not to mention Charlotte will pretty much give hints throughout the stages. So this is kind of like a, it's like a detective event like we keep talking about. It's really true to the name. Some, like, if you go into the event specifically, Charlotte will be like, hey, this thing is gonna go on sale on this day. So pretty much any stage that has like Charlotte as the main boss, pretty much tackle it and she'll give you some sort of clue on what's going on. Okay, right, so these are pretty much going to be my runs. Now my main characters are going to be like Selena, Miyuki, Chio, Nina, and then Vivian, right? And then also Nicola. Those are the characters that I'm going to be using. I'll show the gear afterwards. Also, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Once we hit 7,500 subs, we'll be doing a giveaway. If you like this format with the way I'm advertising myself, let me know in the comments. I would really appreciate it. And it's one of those things where I'm growing as a content creator, right? So I've been perusing Reddit, pretty much looking at, the forums and whatnot and being like, hey, what's going on with the community? And it's been pretty negative to say the least, and I understand why. Some regions, they're essentially getting better rewards. For example, Selena is the rate up character for us, but other regions have Eileen, which is the battle pass character, for example. Sort of like this global exclusivity where it's like, hey, global gets the worst treatment. Asia regions, JP regions, KR regions, they just get better treatment than global. It's a pretty common thing. So I did my part where I sent an email to Super Prism, pretty much saying like, hey, what's going on with the regions? And, it's pretty dangerous as a content creator to do stuff like this, because what happens is you essentially create a negative blip on their radar. And what happens is, people make a living from creating content like this. Thankfully, I have a full-time job and I do something else, so I'm not too hindered about it. So I'm not too worried about some things, but I want to keep myself pretty much neutral, right? And it's one of those things also where I just want to keep myself open to opportunities for the future. So when people make content where it's like, hey, they're just bashing the company, that is also, in the company's eyes, unprofessional and will pretty much not get you sponsored and will also lead to, future deals being broken, this, that, and the third. And that's why it's one of those things where I want to present myself, in a pretty decent manner. So, with that being said, one of the things with Illusion Connect is I've been seeing a lot of negativity flow around. And I just want to say I agree with it, but at the same time, I'm of the same side where like I want to make the Illusion Connect community better. Hence why I'm making this video where I kind of show like, hey, what do I use? What's going on? What do I think about this event? By the way, I really like this event. It has a lot of different weird mechanics where, for example, this one, Hersey's invincible and whatnot. I had to like think a little bit, so that was pretty enjoyable for me. And I like Illusion Connect for what it's worth, and there's some things I don't like. It's not a terrible game, it's not the best gacha game. I think a lot of people are afraid when a new gacha like this is successful, they'll turn into something like Netmarble or Crunchyroll, this, that, and the third, right? By the way, I like Crunchyroll. Please, Crunchyroll, sponsor me one day, especially for Princess Connect, right? So it's one of those things where it's like, hey, you know, I understand where people dislike certain things going on with gacha because they just want it to be a good game. Everyone just wants to have a good experience at the end of the day, and everyone wants to have fair treatment. I get it. I get it. But there has to be some parts where we can also let the positivity, the good things come into light. If we pretty much go on this train of constantly bashing Illusion Connect for being absolutely terrible and there's no love for the game whatsoever, pretty much it kills the community. And some people would argue it's just going to make the community better, but in some ways it also kills pretty much the enthusiasm, pretty much longevity of the gacha game. There needs to be both sides is what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to take a stance where it's like, hey, you have to hate the game so it becomes better, or hey, I'm just going to defend everything and say everything is good about the game. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to take either side and say both of you are right. You know what I mean? It's one of those things where it's like, hey, there are good things, there are bad things. Let's come in the middle and sort of do both. That's one of the things that I want to bring into the gacha community, where we can see both sides of the puzzle or both sides of the picture, right? We can't just be like everything is awful, and we can't just be like everything is great. I want to bring both sides to the table and talk about it, right? The good things with Illusion Connect is there's constant flow of tickets, we can always summon, there's always something decent to be had, there's not power creep. You get so many diamonds, you don't even know what to do with it. We have the best characters in the game right now, and you don't even have to pull, and you're essentially playing this game because it's fun. I feel like most of us have already gotten like the most gameplay out of Illusion Connect, and we're just finding ways to make the game better, and I don't think the community is being negative. I think that is a very small minority. Most part, people are just very passionate about Illusion Connect, and they want it to be successful because it was so promising in the beginning, and they want to continue the chain of positive things happening in Illusion Connect. I want to preface that because it's one of those things where it's easier to be negative than it is to be positive, right? That's like the way human mind works, is like you just want to think about the most negative thing all the time because it's just easier. For some reason, our minds work that way. But regardless, I'm getting off topic. Illusion Connect is a great game, and I'm going to play it for as long as I enjoy it. If I see the community turn in a way, and also where my videos just aren't doing well, then I'll shift my content in a different way because it's going to hurt my overall growth as a channel if I stick to one game in particular. And that's also the way gacha works in general, where people will always be flourishing to different games, and that's where I want to cater my content for. So no matter what happens to Illusion Connect, I'm going to continue to support it so long as the community wants it, so long as I see growth. But if the game gets too toxic, if people become too negative, then yes, I will move on. I will go on to different gacha games because there's just better things to play. I'm not going to sit in a pool of negativity and, you know, just kill myself to make content where people are just constantly, you know, being negative. I don't want to do that. No one wants to just do that, right? No matter what happens though, you're always going to see gacha content from me, you know, so long as we go on this train. And I just wanted to preface this. I know this video is going to get like, you know, some dislikes and whatever. I understand some people just will never be satisfied. I get it, right? I just wanted to provide this picture for the Illusion Connect community that things are good, but things are bad as well. And we sort of just need to meet in the middle and sort of get over a few things where it's just like, hey, you know, this period of things not being right, it'll eventually end, and I think we'll just be left with a community where it's like, hey, you know, were you able to tackle this chapter and raise this character, XYZ? Illusion Connect right now is hurting in progression, so hopefully they alleviate that. The devs are doing a good job trying to do something, so I appreciate the constant flow of content. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. You know, I wanted to have like this talk with the Illusion Connect community. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. 7,500 subs will be doing that giveaway. Thanks so much for watching, and have a great day. All right, see ya.